Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Legends SR at 10. This is the first video for the FIFA World Cup Fantasy. I finished 8,000 in the world in FPL in the season that just got concluded. Let's get straight into it. Just before we start, I would request you to please like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. So let's get straight into it. I guess everybody knows the basics about FIFA World Cup Fantasy. So let me get straight to the boosters. If you look at this part of the graphic, you will see all the boosters. So the first booster is the wildcard. Now my current strategy is to use the wildcard as a free hit and use it in round 3. The reason being that all the big teams that we want to target would have most probably won their first 2 fixtures and guaranteed their qualification into the round of 32, which means that round 3 must be a useless fixture for them. You can see that pattern in the 2022 World Cup as well, where in round 3 we saw mass rotations. So we should use our wildcard in round 3 as a free hit, where we would just pick teams based on the first 2 rounds, and in round 3 we can just wildcard and pick the teams who still have something to play for to qualify for the round of 32 and decent fixtures. So yeah, that's the best use of the wildcard. Use it as a free hit, and anyways we are not going to need the wildcard for the latter fixtures, because after every knockout stages passed we get more and more free transfers. So yeah, that's useless. 12th man, I think that best use of a 12th man is in round 2, especially targeting a Brazilian attacker, because Brazil's first fixture is versus Morocco. We would not want many Brazilian players for that fixture, and most importantly in round 1 we still wouldn't know which teams are in form, who are adapting to the conditions properly, what are their first playing 11, etc, etc. So I think the best use for the 12th man is round 2. For basically anybody who doesn't know what the round 2 is, basically you have your 15-man squad. Your round 2, you can just pick any player. He can be a 4th player from a nation, no budget restriction, no position restriction, no nothing. You can just pick any one player and he will be your 12th man. You can make your substitutions. You can use a 15-man squad just like that. He'll just be your 12th man. No substitutions or transfers required. So I think the best use of that will be in round 2, specifically for a Brazilian attacker targeting that very nice Brazilian fixture in which they have 3.59 expected goals in the second match. So I think it should definitely be for the Brazilian attacker, particularly Vinicius. But maybe if we see in the first game week that Igor Thiago or somebody else is playing well, Mateus Cunha, then maybe we could target that. But yeah, so we should save that for round 2, specifically for a Brazilian attacker. Maximum captain, I think maximum captain is best saved for a final. We don't know how a final could be. It could be like 2014 where it's 1-0 to a team, or it could be like 2022 and 2018 where it's just goals galore. Both of those matches saw 6 goals. France versus Croatia was 4-2 in 2018, and Argentina versus France was 3-3 in 2022. So yeah, I think the maximum captain, the best use of that chip is in the final, because in all the other fixtures we can rotate our captains. You know, I can captain Florian Wirtz because he's playing on 14th, and if he doesn't do well then I can captain anybody else, Mbappé or Haaland, who are playing on 17th. So I think the best use of the maximum captain chip is on the final, where we can just sit back, relax, pick our best 11 players, and then whoever does the best will get the captaincy chip. Qualification booster. Now qualification booster most probably should be used for round of 32. So basically in qualification booster you will get +2 points for every player who qualifies into the next knockout stage round. This chip will be active from round of 32. I think the best use of it would be activating it in round of 32, because in round of 32 a few teams will be very obvious that, you know, yes, they are going to win that fixture, because week 8 third place team 3 8 teams will come who finish third in the group. So, you know, 8 obvious fixtures will be there to pick who will go into the round of 16. So that's 2x easy bonus. So I think that's the best use for that qualification booster chip in the round of 32. And mystery booster, we still don't know what the mystery booster is, but it's going to be revealed once the round of 32 starts. Once the round 3 ends and once the fixtures for round of 32 is confirmed. So basically it's guaranteed that it's going to be a good knockout chip. So that's the chip strategy done, all the chips explained. Now let's get straight into the projected goals and projected clean sheets. Now in this scoring system we are incentivized to pick goal scorers. It's not like FPL where we pick defcons and all that other thing. We should pick goal scorers. So now if you look at it, the best clean sheet teams: Germany, Spain have 60+% chance of keeping a clean sheet in match day 1, and Spain, France and Brazil have a more than 60% chance of keeping a clean sheet in match day 2. So now if you see, Spain is the only team who has a more than 60% chance of keeping a clean sheet in both of those match days. So one thing becomes very clear, that we should have 2 Spanish defenders to capitalize on that. It's almost guaranteed clean sheets. And now Spain, lucky for us, is a team that uses its fullbacks creatively a lot. Currently, I think it's going to be Marc Cucurella and Pedro Porro who are going to be the starting fullbacks. I saw FPL France video. He is a Spanish team fan himself. He's a Spaniard, if I'm not wrong. He has picked Cucurella and Porro, which makes me confident that both of them are going to start. I saw a lot of permutation combinations where most probably Marcos Llorente would play on the right back. We'll see. The friendlies will tell us. As of now, I think that Marc Cucurella and Pedro Porro will start on either side. So I have picked them for the upside. Now, another thing is that I think our goalkeeper should be a German and a Brazilian goalkeeper. The reason being that Germany has a 66% chance of keeping a clean sheet in matchday 1, but they are nowhere to be seen in the top teams for matchday 2. And just like that, Brazil have a 64% chance of keeping a clean sheet in matchday 2, but they are nowhere to be seen in matchday 1. So that means that both of these teams have won one very ridiculously good fixture, guaranteed a clean sheet, but then the other fixture is very bad. So I think that's the perfect use for a goalkeeper. That's why I have gone for Germany starter, who I think is going to be Baumann. I don't think it's going to be Neuer, but once again, the friendlies will tell us. If it's Neuer, then I'll go for Neuer. And Brazil's goalkeeper is obviously going to be Alisson Becker. So it's going to be pretty obvious. Start Baumann in match day 1, use that 66% bonus, and then in match day 2, play Alisson and use that 64% clean sheet chance. So now the two Spanish defenders and the two goalkeepers are done. Now the remaining three defenders, France is another defense that we should target, that we must target. Because if you see, France is the only team outside of Spain who has a 60+% chance in one match day and a 50+% chance in another match day. Portugal is also there who have 50+% chance in both the match days, but it's 50-50 in both. Whereas France, one match day, they have a ridiculously good chance of 66%. So I have decided to double up on the French defense and just go in for the single Portuguese attacker. So by this way, I have capitalized on all the best defenses for the first two match days. Now my two French defenders, Dayot Upamecano is pretty obvious. He's the biggest set piece threat, and I've gone for Theo Hernandez, not Lucas Hernandez. It's a bit confusing. You have to click on the name to confirm who it is, because I think he's going to start and he's going to be very attacking, especially considering the poor form of Jules Koundé. I think Jules Koundé might be a bit reserved, and William Saliba is never a threat. So yeah, I think Dayot Upamecano and Lucas Hernandez are going to be the best defenders to own from France. And for Portugal, it's obviously going to be Nuno Mendes. Maybe João Cancelo could be there if he decides to play a 5 at the back. The friendlies will tell us, but as of now, it's going to be Nuno Mendes. He's the most high selected defender, so yeah, it's a pretty obvious pick. So that's a defense done. I think it's a pretty solid defense. I have just targeted the top teams like Spain, France, Germany, Brazil and Portugal for the clean sheets. Now, if you go over to the goals projected, now Germany and Spain have more than 3 projected goals in match day 1, whereas Brazil have more than 3 projected goals in match day 2. So Germany and Spain, we have to target that. Now, the reason being that I have not targeted a double Spanish attack and I've gone for a double Spanish defense is because Spain's attack is depleted. They don't have Lamine Yamal and they most probably won't have Nico Williams as well. So that's why I decided to go with Spanish defenders, because now they will be more incentivized to attack because they don't have their first choice attackers, and because they don't have their first choice attackers, they will most probably get higher chance of keeping a clean sheet because they will be more defensive as well. So that is why, and the best Spanish attacker is Mikel Oyarzabal. He is the only regular starter who will be there in their attack. He will take the penalties as well, so he's a pretty obvious pick. From Brazil, because the first fixture is against Morocco, there's no sense picking double Brazilian attack. That's why I've decided that in round 2 I will use my 12th manship on the best Brazilian attacker. Most probably it'll be Vinicius, but it could be, as I said, Igor Thiago, Mateus Cunha, it could be anybody. And from Germany, I've decided to go on a double German attack because once again you have to be aggressive. 3.88 expected goals for the first match week. I could not go for any forward, so no Kai Havertz or Nick Woltemade. So I've decided to go for Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz. Both of them haven't been the best, but I think they are the best two attackers we can own from Germany. Once again, the friendlies might paint a different picture, but yeah, I've gone for Florian Wirtz and Jamal Musiala, and I've decided to captain Florian Wirtz as well for the first fixture because he is the first match on the 14th, if I'm not wrong, from my team. Now, from the other teams who have decided to attack, if you look at it, Norway in the match day 1 have a very good chance of scoring a lot of goals. So I've decided to go for Erling Haaland. He's just ridiculous. He probably had the best qualifying campaign ever. He's got 18 goals plus assists. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, they have 2.55 expected expected goals in the first match day, but all 2.55 of those will go to Erling Haaland, so it's ridiculous. And I have decided to go for Kylian Mbappé because match day 2 France have 2.90 expected goals, and Mbappé is just the main man for France. Many people would target Ousmane Dembele or Bradley Barcola, Desiree Doué, Ryan Cherki, but no. if it's France, it's Kylian Mbappe. It's his team. He will take the penalties. He'll play every minute. He'll be the main man and he'll score all the goals. So going for Kylian Mbappe was pretty obvious. From Brazil, I've decided to go for Raphinha because I think he'll be on penalties. He'll be the main man. He'll be that talisman, and his value is ridiculous. He's 8.2 million, if I'm not wrong. That's frankly ridiculous considering the fact that Vinicius is upwards of 10 million. And I wanted to go for a Portuguese attacker because that's the only team left. If you look at from the top attackers, two German attackers done, one Spanish attacker done, Haaland done, uh, Raphinha done, and Vinicius will be the 12th man or anybody else. French attacker, main man done. Spain already, as I said, covered. Now Portugal, I wanted to go for a Portuguese attacker. Now there's no clear Portuguese attacker. Maybe the friendlies paint a different picture. I don't think Bruno Fernandes is going to be that exciting because this is not FPL. This is not Manchester United. He won't be the main man. I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo is that exciting, and I don't even have a space in the forward line. I think Nuno Mensch will cover a lot from the attacking POV. Maybe if I feel like Joao Cancelo will be a good attacker, then I could put him in my team. But for now, I've decided to go for Joao Neves because he actually will get a lot of those bonus points as well. The actions that he'll do, the chances created he'll do. He's a hyperactive player, and he definitely has a knack for performing in big matches and getting those goals. So I've decided to go for Joao Neves. Another reason being that I did not have a lot of money left. And this Da Costa guy, frankly speaking, I think a 14-man squad as strong as this is enough. I don't need a 15th man, and I did not even have a lot of money left. I think so I had 4.7 million left to pick my 15th man. So I just decided to pick the highest selected guy, but he's frankly useless. My main focus is on this 14. So those are my thoughts, those are my reasoning. If you have any thoughts, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll reply to every comment. If you want help for your own team, once again, do not hesitate to put your comment down below. So yeah, this is the chip strategy. This is a team